Cha-ching, cha-ching. Happy Sunday, everybody. Happy Easter. For those who celebrate Easter. This video is going to be pretty quick, but here's the deal. We wanted to just bring to light, man, we just had an amazing month on the Signals group of just blasting out the markets and just doing a wonderful job. And let me say this to you guys. A lot of you guys, you think that you have to have all these perfect wins to be able to be highly successful in Forex, and that's actually not true. You're going to have some losses within the markets because that's the nature of the beast. Okay, that is the nature of the beast. Even the best traders in the world, now I work with some of them, I use some of their systems, test our systems out, and communicate with people around the world. And I'm telling you, people who make some of the biggest money in this markets, they still lose trades too. So just make sure you understand that if you enter into these markets and you're a person who's looking for perfection, this may not be the arena for you, because you don't need to be perfect in this arena to be able to be successful. I think that's part of the reason that some of you guys are not succeeding, is because every time you take a loss here or there, you dump out your trading system, you start all over again, and you keep hitting the reset button when all it takes is more than concerning losses. It's consistency. Consistency is what makes it work, because the nature of the beast of this market is driven by news events and people's fears and emotions, and therefore that's why the market is always going to be choppy. It's been that way before you was born. It's going to be that way when you pass away. The market is always choppy. It's always unstable. So therefore it's impossible to have a perfect trading career where you never lose any trades. You're going to lose some trades, not because of you or your strategy, but because of the nature of the market. So take your pressure off. If nobody ever told you that, take the pressure off and relax and learn the consistency. Okay, you can have a 70% win rate, 60% win rate, whatever it is, and be highly successful. Okay, so let me go over this real quick. If you guys want to join our signal service, let me show you where you can actually verify what we are doing in our group and still successful. So here's the point. When you go to our website, superezforex.com, for the signal service, see here it says join our signal trades group. Okay, click right there and it'll take you to this webpage. Right here is where you can join. Once you join and sign up and create your account, you just click on this button to be able to log in. But for those who just want to track our results every week, you just click right here, because I keep it updated, and I added this tab here so that every week you'll be able to track on the weekends. I typically update it on Sunday, so you'll be able to track and see exactly what our results were for the week. Okay, and so I'll go right here, and it opens up the spreadsheet, and you can see that we've been, and I want to be clear, because when you join our signal service, it's very unique. It's not like some of the regular ones that's out there. Some of the regular ones out there that charge whatever they charge, you get an alert, you put it in, and you take the trade. Okay, and that's all you get. But with us, we want you to be educated as well. So with our service, which is far more reasonable in cost than many of the others, we actually have two services that's provided. Okay, and you can utilize both or one or the other. It's up to you, but they're both available to you as a member. So here's what happens. First, you will receive signals like normal groups do, where we'll send them out through our private Telegram group, and we'll send you out the alerts, and they'll be coming out throughout the day depending on what the markets are doing. Okay, and so therefore we average about at least 10 signals or more, 10 to 12 signals a week you can expect. Typically it's going to be more than that, but around 10 to 12 is a decent number for you to expect as far as how many signals you'll be getting throughout the week. Okay, but besides that, we also offer 2 live sessions with Miss Jenny, the six-figure coach, twice a week. So in addition to the signals that you receive, you also get 2 live sessions with Miss Jenny where you can attend. And if you can't attend, it's okay. The classes are recorded and posted into our private Telegram group specifically for the signals group, so that you can always go back and look at it, because some of those trades may be swing trades where you can hold it for a little while. So maybe you missed the class, but you can still look back, and maybe if it's a swing trade, you can still hop in later on and go for the ride. Okay, so all that's available within the signals group. okay, within the signals group for one price, one small price, okay? So you can see this is the signal side, but this is the live session, okay? And they're trading mostly the indices. They do trade other things, but mainly the indices. So their pip value is far more greater, and you make a lot more money than you do even trading currencies such as, the Euro USD and the USD JPYs and so forth and so forth. Those make you money, but actually trading the indices such as the NASDAQ or the US 30 or whichever way they label it on your broker, the S&P 500, the German 30, the UK 100, the AUD 200. Those are all indices. It's equivalent to the Dow Jones Industrial Average or the NASDAQ or the S&P. But you get to trade them on your Forex platform. So therefore, they produce far more pips and makes you a lot more money a lot faster. So therefore, when you're seeing these pip values, just understand this is a lot of money being made by a lot of people in our group, okay? So you can see in the first month it was 47,000 pips. Just say 48,000 here, 32,000 here. But look at for the month of March, we did over basically just say 74,000 pips. 74,000 pips in addition to the 67 trades that won and the 21 that lost and the 7 break even for the month, okay? So that's in addition to the wins that we did on the signal side. Okay. Now, I'll tell you this. If you're producing numbers like that, you don't need the signal service. You really don't. But if you're not producing that and you've been struggling and you really want to see some success and put some money in your pocket and earn while you learn, then why not spend a couple of dollars? To be honest with you guys, $69 a month, a lot of you guys, you're blowing that on one trade. And you're constantly refilling your account when you could have paid $69 a month, had access to all of this, earn while you learn, and then when you don't need the service no more, okay, it's month to month. It's not a contract, okay? So leave whenever you want to, but at least you're not wasting money. Because honestly, come on now, let me stop for a second, and then I'm going to get into the news, but honestly, let me look you in your eye. Honest to God truth, have you been giving the market $70 or more every single month? Let me be more fair. Are you giving them that kind of money every single week? When was the last time you did a withdrawal? So if you're giving the market that kind of money, why not invest it into your education and into some signals so you can actually see some returns? Because think about it. If you're constantly giving the market $70, $50 a week, and you're constantly ending the week bankrupt and emotionally bankrupt, then you got to question your investments. Where are you investing your money to? Get what I'm saying? Because you're investing your energy, your time, your emotions, and your money into something that's not working. So why not put a couple of dollars into something that clearly is working, because we keep that track record on the website so you can access it at any given time and you can see exactly what we're doing. Nothing hidden, nothing shamed. Which, by the way, speaking of that, these live sessions that I'm talking about is live. So there's no scamming. There's no make-believe. This is done with the group. The group is doing it in a live session and it's recorded for the members. So that means this is not one person doing this. This is the numbers that the group individually can produce, because they're all taking the same trade together. So we're not taking these numbers and saying, okay, what did the group do as a whole? No, this is what you could have personally made if you were taking the same trades alongside Miss Jenny, plus these over here from me and Mr. Elvis. Do you get what I'm saying? Those are individual numbers that you could have made. You could have had that. Okay, I want to be very clear. Well, so are you guys adding up everybody in the group's pips together to make these numbers? No, this is just individual trades that you could have taken. And these are done in a live session. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Okay. All right, let's get to the news. But I'm just being honest. Sometimes we'll be cheap. We splurge on foolishness and be cheap on things we actually need. You'll go out and buy some Jordans or some red bottoms real quick and then be cheap when it comes to investing into things that will actually make you money. because we want to show success, but we're not successful. Are you hearing what I'm saying? And it's interesting. Look, before I go to that, let me go here to this news event, and then we'll be done. But what you're doing when you're not investing into things that we actually need, let me be very clear on what the problem is. I heard this term and I'm like, freaking goodness, that is a good way of saying it. The term is called imposter syndrome. The imposter syndrome kicks in because you appear successful, but you're actually not. You appear to be happy on social media, but you're depressed in private. You appear to have a great relationship to everybody else, but y'all cussing and fussing at each other when nobody's looking. So the reality of the commercial that you're displaying doesn't match the reality of your life. And so if trading, you keep telling people that you're a Forex trader, or I'm a trader in the markets, but you have no success, then why keep bragging about something that is really not happening? Why keep investing into things you really can't afford and then being cheap saying, I don't know about spending those $69. That's a little much right there. But you just wasted $200 on a blown account last week. Get what I'm saying? It don't make sense. And this is what people do. When it comes to things that they really need, I'll give you a better example. Let me go to our website again. Right here on our homepage for our simplicity system, which comes with live classes every week with me. Okay? You get the trading system, you get all these different things, the bells and the whistles, and guess what? People will still say, oh, you know, if you join this and you get his trading system, which is different from the signal service, okay, they're two separate things. But if you want this trading system simplicity, which we've been using for quite a long time and have thousands of people who have it, okay, this system right here is a one-time fee. One-time fee. It's not a subscription. It's just a one-time fee of $2.99 plus tax. You know what people will tell me? Oh, you know, that's a little high. You know, that's a little too much money. A one-time fee, and you're getting a weekly class live with me where you're asking me questions and talking with me, and you get the trading system, and you say that's too much. But yet you just blew $300 last week on your trading account. Do you get what I'm saying? And this is the problem that I'm seeing with us, that we constantly want to look to the people like we somebody. But then in private, you're struggling. You ain't got 2 pennies to rub together no more because you gave it all to the market instead of investing into tools such as the signal service or buying the simplicity system where you can actually have an actual working trading system that's been around for a while and live classes with me, or the signal service where you can at least follow along with Miss Jenny. You know, people just choose not to invest in what they need, and it's just silly. But that's your choice. Let me move on because I want to keep this happy and perpy. Let's go to the news events. Okay, so here's the deal, you guys. So what you can do, I always like to use my FX book. I like the mobile app better, but I'm just using the desktop for your viewing pleasure. Okay, and I go to economic calendars, and then I click on the whole week, this week, because it'll produce and show me all the news events for this coming week, which, as you can see, it's not a whole lot for the Forex industry. Most of the markets today will be closed for Easter Sunday, okay? You can even click on this tab, which will show you what's coming up next week. So you're never surprised on what news events are coming up that could potentially impact your trades, okay? But we're just doing this week. And then what I do is I take it from here and I put it on a simple spreadsheet so that it's very simple for me. Now, again, students, you remember we used to use the little whiteboard. You can still use the whiteboard and hang it on your wall, or you can do it a simpler method. And all I have is 3 categories. What is the currency pair that's going to be impacted by the news? What news event? And then what day of the week. That's all I need to know. So right before I'm about to take a trade, so for an example, on Wednesday, I already know I probably won't trade too heavily on Wednesday because they have inflation rates, and inflation rates is driving the interest rate news, okay? So therefore, you have the inflation rates and the FOMC, the Fed's talking on Wednesday, both on the same day. That's one of those days I might say, well, if I do trade the US dollar, such as US, Euro USD, USD JPY, or one of those things, I'm probably watch this, I probably won't trade too heavily, or if at all, that particular currency, because I understand news events are coming up of importance on that day. Now, again, this is what I see as important, but again, you need to do your own due diligence because you may see something that's a little more important to you. Okay, so please make sure that you're doing that. Don't go by just what I got. Okay, now CAD also is coming out with interest rate news, so that is very important to me. I don't want to be trading the CAD on Wednesday. I do not want to fool around until after this interest rate news because it can make that spark up and down. Which, by the way, when you're trading the CAD, a lot of you guys have been seeing a lot of jumping and movement and stuff going on with the CAD. This is just my opinion from trading for a while. The CAD has a lot to do with oil, okay? Oil. So therefore, where there's an issue with the oil market, such as Saudi Arabia and what's going on there, or Russia, the Russian oil and this and that, a lot of times the CAD oil is not being talked about, okay? And so therefore, you're seeing a lot of jumping and so forth in that market as well on the USD CAD, AUD CAD, Euro CAD, GBP CAD, NZD CAD, and so forth, okay? So be careful when you're tampering with these because they have a lot to do with the oil market. In my humble opinion, I could be completely wrong. Do your own due diligence, but that's what I have observed over time. So that's the reason why you see a little strange movements that be happening on those pairs. Sometimes you're like, dang, what the heck just happened? There wasn't no news on these pairs or this and that, and yet it started jumping. Well, you got to pay attention because the oil market has been kind of, doing its thing because of, the oil war, okay? And so therefore, that's the reason why you got that going on, okay? So that's the only 3 news events I'm personally. Now, there are more news events that are, that you can say may be important to you. But as far as for me, those are the only 3 this week that I'm looking at that will be of concern to me, okay? All right, you guys, I'm wrapping this video up. Happy Easter. See you guys on the inside. Hopefully you choose to invest either into the Simplicity system, where you'll be in a live class with me and you get this trading system, or you can join our signals group right here where you can actually receive signals and be in the live session with Miss Jenny. So have a great trading week, and I'll talk to you guys on this week if you're part of the group. If not, I'll see you